Hi everybody, again it's Roger Moses. This is time for Moses Layout Part 3. I've done quite a bit in the last few months. It's about July 26th or 7th today, so I've done quite a bit, and this is for the guys at the NMRA convention that I'll be going to next week there. I'd like to show you guys what I've done so far, so here we go. So I've done quite a few landforms in here recently. I guess I'll start in the furnace room here. I've gotten quite a few trains out in the last couple of months. I couldn't resist any longer. I had to pull some stuff out, getting some train cars out. They've been sitting in boxes for how long, right? So you can only keep your toys hidden away for so long, and then you got to bring them out. So I filled up both my staging yards. I got 7 tracks on the top and 9 on the bottom. So we'll start heading out the CN way on the upper deck. That goes through the furnace here. And then I got an S-bend going through the furnace there. So we poke it through the wall. And I'm working on getting this bridge done. This will be a bridge overpass like that that'll hide the hole in the wall. And I got my tracks all banked. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it here. The cars are on just a bit of an angle here. There, the box car looks like it's leaning. There, you can see that. So we come around here, and this is the first scene at Tabernac heading south. There's my ballast pit in there. And then I'm going to have all this. This is going to be my road here. And this is the start of the Tabernac siding going down there. So as we work our way down, there's going to be my lumber loading there. And there's where my plywood and high quality lumber loading goes. That'll go in all these combination door box cars. There's a couple of 557 series cars that I built. And one of my favorites here, I built a 598 series car, 60-foot box car. So moving along, we'll have the wood chip loading here. There's a couple of my wood chip hoppers. There's a Fraser Valley Models one. And now we're getting into the new track laid. There's the CP coming out here. And I got my diamond all in with my interchange track. That's a Fast Tracks diamond. 19.5 degree, I believe it is. Just had to cut in the insulated gaps for the frogs. So then I got my super elevated curves going out through Finkel Gulch. Got the CP at the front and the CN at the back. It goes all the way around to this town. Yeah, I think it'll look real nice going through that scene there. There's going to be rock cuts and everything going through there. So this is going to be the town of Corbin, Ontario, for my son that's going to be born next week. Yes, I'm going away to a train show just before my son's born, but he'll be okay. He'll stay inside Mommy's belly until I get back, right, Corbin? Yeah. So there's going to be my Atlantic packaging back there. And this is where the CN siding comes back together. Here, it's just a short little siding and the CP main line along the front. And I finished laying the last bit of cork road bed, and I've just got to lay this last little bit of track in here. I'm short about 6 lengths for the upper deck. So moving along, get to the town of Avery. I've finished wiring a lot of Avery, and I've laid out some trains here. You can see where the CN main line is, and the CP main line with their respective passing sidings, and an interchange track in the middle. So I've got a couple of 14-car trains set up here, so hopefully these will give me an idea of the length of trains I can run. A lot of these cars are cars I've put a lot of extra work into. I won my merit award with that pressure unloading hopper for my MMR, so I still got a whole bunch of others to do. I like building the resin kits. There's a tank hopper that I built, and there's another steel tank hopper that I built. And a lot of guys don't like it, but I like graffiti on my cars, so there's one with a mural on it. And a couple of vans holding up the tail end there. A Sylvan plywood-sided caboose that I built, and then the other one's a brass Overland or Van Hobbies or something like that. Rolls like crap though, gotta get some new wheel sets for it. So yeah, then we go down into the helix. I got my Y started for going into the branch line over here. This will swing around the front here and go into a little industrial spur there for the CP. That'll be the Avery Industrial District. So it'll come down the helixes and it'll come out here. Well, one track's in underneath the CP. The CN will be out the back, and that's the ramp down to the States there. That'll go down to the States, and this goes up to Northern Ontario. So I'm just finishing the scenery going in there before I plant all this in place, because I don't want to be reaching in there and trying to do scenery and bunking my head off the upper deck. So I got to do some rock cuts and some ground cover and stuff like that, and some trees, and then this will go in. So we move along, and this part ain't done yet. I still have to put all this lower deck part in here. This is still all missing. And my bridge scene still looks like crap like it did before. It's just like a cross-section of a valley. I got a lot of work to do there still. And we come into this town here. There will be a propane spur there. This is all Bolton Creek through here. There will be a large 3M plant or something like that there. Maybe Fiberglass Canada. I'm not sure yet. And here's some of my trees waiting to go on the layout. I go over 2,200 trees waiting to go on the layout. And as much as Avery would like, no, that structure will not be going on the layout. And we get to Bolton Creek Junction, and this is where I'm just starting to lay track on the lower deck. I've got it poked out of the CP hole there in the lower deck, and this is where I'll be working when I get started after I get the upper deck all wired up and running. I got to get something running though. I can't go any longer. I need to play, so get the upper deck going, and then I'll move back onto this. So here's my go station, and that spur at the back will be a steel facility, Nova Steel or Renowned Steel. And then here's my Mill Street crossing. That bridge will be going in the valley section over there. And then we'll have a crossover plant and a GM parts plant here, like a stamping plant. There's a U2G tender. I'm turning it into a water car. In the book right there. Yeah, it's going to be maintenance away. It'll be a really nice model with the AB brake on the end and everything. Makes for an interesting piece for my work train, you know. So, still got some work to do to it though. And here's where my 407 overpasses will be. And here's where Widowmaker chemicals will be. I've been practicing doing the edging. I got the plaster and everything all done to the edge and painted it and everything, so same with the upper deck. I've got it finished right to the edge, so now I can do like grass and everything to the edge and then paint this nice because the front edges will all be painted. So yeah, there's my memorabilia and stuff on the walls, and there will be my branch line for my General Mills or some sort of a cereal plant. So there we go. That's my whole layout there. That's about 35 feet looking down that way. So I've got a fairly open space. I got stools and that, and there's no legs, and I leave the open space for my daughter to play. So there we go. And that's my layout. So hopefully in a couple months I'll actually have something running, because I'm getting a bunch of boards and hex frog juicers and auto reversers and stuff like that to get some of these neat track work going. And hopefully the next time you'll hear some DCC and sound rolling around on the layout. I thank you for your time again, everybody, and you have a good day.